Lumber late models. Brian Allison out of Marshall, Missouri in the number 1. It is for sale. If you want to buy it, go down and talk to him. I'm sure he would be more than happy to sell it to you. Saw Nick Bradshaw down in the grandstand area earlier on. He might want to upgrade to that late model. Tucker Cox will be on his outside in the 1T out of Jefferson City, Missouri. So a pair of aces on the front row.
Row number 2, it is Justin Wells, the man who is leading the points by a far sight from Aurora, Missouri, the 98. And on the outside, that is another Marshall, Missouri native, the 7J of Jake Morris.
Johnny Finewald won the last late model show here 2 weeks ago. The Appleton City, Missouri native will start inside row number 3. And Ed Knoll to his outside. He is out of Lawson, Missouri. He pilots the number 15.
Nevada, Missouri's number 51. Larry Ferris, row number 4 on the outside. Joe Walkenhorst, Elkton, Missouri, the 90.
Darren Phillips wrapped up the Stock Car Championship at Bolivar Speedway just last night. The 21P from Wheatland, Missouri will start inside row number 5, and Frank Escamilla outside of him. He is from Niangua in the 73.
Larry Jones, the 99, El Dorado Springs, Missouri is where he calls home. Sean Eggerman, the Springfield, Missouri 31 on the outside.
And as we mentioned, Noah Ames will be back on the last row, and Jace Parmalee is scheduled to start 14th, but I guarantee you he won't be starting 14th because he's not even here. Again, 25 times around, big payday. Heritage Lumber late models will get $1,000 to win. Extra money has been put up all season long as far as paying for heat race finishes as well as feature finishes from Wasoba Seed and Truck. Reed Environmental and Dirt Track Specialist, we appreciate them being on with us. As you look on your screen, a pair of aces on the front row. Allison to the inside, the Capital Kid, Tucker Cox to the outside, and what a hole shot for Tucker as he will barrel off into turn 1, grab the lead, and shoot out to a good lead down the backstretch.
It is Tucker Cox, the 1T from Jeff City, Missouri. Your leader coming around. He's going to lead the first one. This time, Brian Allison in that second spot. The 7 of Jake Morris, Marshall, Missouri in third as they come through this time around.
Fireworks already on lap number 1 for the Hermitage Lumber late models, and what a feather in the cap would this be for Tucker Cox, starting outside at row number 1, again going back to what happened to him earlier on in the year. He started out the season, broke his foot back on April 15th. He set out for nearly 2 months. He won at Callaway back in April, the day before he broke his foot. Took off 2 months, but look out, here comes Justin Wells, 8-time winner here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. To the outside of the Capital Kid he goes. Rides the high side up around the rim. You saw where the sprint cars were running most of the race, so it is nice and blackened up well up top. See if he can just stay on the gas through the turn. Have to lift off of it a little bit, but he is right back down on the loud pedal, and Justin Wells will check out down the backstretch ahead of Tucker Cox.
Yeah, 98 of Justin Wells now steps out to the lead. Here tonight, 25 laps will decide it. It is Tucker Cox in that second spot, the 1 from Jeff City, Missouri, third. Now here comes Johnny Finewald, the Flash from Appleton City, Missouri, steps up, takes over that third spot away from Brian Allison. He has got something for the 98 of Wells.
First time that Johnny brought his late model back out, Doug, he had mentioned to me down in the pit area. I ran over and talked to him afterwards because I didn't see him beforehand. You know, he had been running a modified here over the last couple of years, had been running his stock car, and the first night back, he just said, Shane, I just feel at home. This is where I belong. This is where I've had my most success. 3 championships, pretty salty for Johnny Finewald, but being able to come back out, practically a brand new car. He bought it back from Tony Jackson Jr., had him do a lot of work on it, but for him to come out and in only his 3rd race, he's picked up the victory. Yeah, I would say that the Flash is back home.
Well, we were down there doing opening ceremonies. He had the flag. You could watch him go around in front. He had the confident look on his face as he was in that car. It was like it was going to be his night. We're going to find out if that was just premonition or not. So far, he's having a hard time with Tucker Cox. Cox in that second spot. Here comes Johnny Finewald closing the gap with 10 down, 15 to go.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's closing the gap. He's getting closer and closer to Tucker Cox, and whenever you look at lap times, Justin Wells has a better average lap time, but as of late, Johnny Fenewald is turning faster lap times than anybody else on the track. He has been sub 17 seconds for the most part over the last couple of laps. He's starting to reel in Tucker Cox, works to the outside, has a good run off the cushion. Tucker will pull back even with him down the backstretch. Through turns 3 and 4, way up on the cushion again comes the flash, and he will flash back back past Tucker Cox through the front stretch turn, and then through 1 and 2, up to the high side he goes, and there goes Johnny Fenewald.
Flash now has his sights set for the 98 of Justin Wells. Justin Wells with about a straightaway lead over the 21 of Johnny Fenewald. Tucker Cox in third, Brian Allison in fourth. Round out your top five, the 51. That is Larry Ferris, but it is Justin Wells as Fenewald sets sail.
Past the midway point now. I'm going to say with Johnny Fenewald being behind Justin Wells by 3.3 seconds and only about 11 laps to go, Johnny's not going to have a chance with Justin Wells unless there's a caution. Oh, there's a caution. DJ Barnes spins around over in turn number 4. The 5 junior will whip it around, or not, sorry, Noah Ames, different 5. He was running a late model last time DJ Barnes was here, and it was the number 5, and it looked kind of like that, so my apologies.
Yeah.
But Noah Ames out of Buffalo, Missouri will loop it around, and that will bring out the caution, and that is exactly what Johnny Fenewald needed. Again, just an FYI, early in the run, Justin Wells better lap times than anybody else. Late in a run, Johnny Fenewald was turning faster laps, about a 0.2 of a second, if not more, faster than Justin Wells was. So with this caution, we'll still double them up. We've got, what is it, 8 laps to go now, 13 down in our 25-lap main.
Yeah, it's 11, 14,
12
laps
to
go. That's that Lebanon man.
Yeah, that's that Lebanon night knees coming out in me.
Well, and now the question is, was Justin Wells slowing up because he was that far ahead and knew he didn't have to push that car, or was the car coming in to Johnny Fenewald and he was that fast?
I'm going to answer that question you had with a question.
Sure.
Have you ever known Justin Wells to go slow on purpose?
True, yeah.
I mean, he is pretty much full tilt anytime in that number 98. That's why he has over 100 wins behind the wheel of that chassis that he's got, that TNT chassis in Bailey Power Plant. Johnny Fenewald elects to go to the high side. Tucker Cox will duck down to the inside, and here's Johnny looking to the inside of Justin Wells off a 2.
It is Justin Wells on the point, but Johnny Fenewald knocking on the back door as he comes around this time. Out of turn number 4, Fenewald is on the bumper with 0.317 seconds, separating first from second, Cox in third.
And that is something else that Johnny Fenewald told me that first night he came back. He said this, and if you remember, he didn't even have a wrap on the car at that time. It was just a jet black car. He had just gotten all the parts and pieces back and literally dropped the engine in it that day. He told me that night after a top 10 run and not able to get up to the front in night 1, he came back and said, you know what, yeah, I'm home, but give me a race or two. I'm going to have something for Justin and Larry. His words exactly. Well, yeah, he does. It took 3 races to pick up the win, and now in race number 4, he is back on the back bumper of Justin Wells again.
As they come around, it is Johnny Fenewald. The flash starting to check out the 98, looking for ways to get around. Justin Wells, the veteran, both veterans of late model racing, coming around this time. Not going to be an easy get as lap 18 in the books. That means it is a total of 7 to go here tonight. Wells still out front, Fenewald in second.
And now Justin and Johnny running almost identical lap times. They were both at a 17.13 last time by. Justin a little better lap that time by about 0.3 of a second. and you can see that gap starting to spread out between Justin Wells and Johnny Finewald. Down to 5 laps to go this time around. Justin will see the 5 fingers from Mike Striegel up on top of the flag stand, and Justin, while he was starting to pull away, you wonder if Johnny Finewald just tried to cool the tires down for a lap or two, because on that last lap, Johnny cut it down to 2/10. On this lap around, he'll do it again. He runs yet again another faster lap than what Justin Wells did. So Johnny Finewald might just be biding his time and waiting to pounce on the last few laps. He'll get even closer off of turn 4. He shaves another 2/10 with 3 to go. The way they're running right now, they're going to be door to door on the final lap with 3 laps to go. Johnny Finewald, it's not going to take the final lap. They're door to door with 2 to go. Lap car ahead of him, Joe Diffie, Joe Walkenhorst. You're going to have to pick your lane, and you're going to have to do it in a hurry. Justin Wells chews to diamond down, then shoots up the track. Nearly gets into Joe Diffie on the turn 4 exit. With the white flag in the air, Johnny Finewald will have one more set of turns to do something with Justin Wells. It might take a kamikaze move through 3 and 4 if Johnny's going to do it. He ducks down to the inside, finds the brown dirt, slides up with the momentum on the top side, enough for Justin Wells. He wins by half a car length, and he will pick up win number 9 here in 2023 at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks.